Today I will explain you about how to select the records from MySQL database table using Visual Studio Code, and we'll be using Java application here. By using JDBC API, we are going to demonstrate how to extract the records from MySQL database table. So for that, we need to have the Visual Studio Code software. So you need to install Visual Studio Code software prior, and if you can type Visual Studio Code, you can just get like this Visual Studio Code. Just click that. Now this is the environment for the Visual Studio Code, and here you need to create one folder in order to save your Java application and extract. So before writing this application, I'll show you the MySQL database. So you need to install the MySQL database, and once after installation you can search for MySQL command line client. So you can get like this. Just click that, and now this is the MySQL prompt. So you enter the password of the database at the time of installation, what you are given, that password you need to enter. Once you enter correctly, you will get the MySQL prompt. So here you can just see what databases you are having by typing the command show databases. So I have so many databases, and STUD1 is a database what I want to use. So you can write use STUD1, that's the database name. Then the database got changed. Now you need to see how many tables are existing. So you can type show tables command. So you can see only one table is there. Now I want to find out how many records are available. So you can type select star from student DB1. So now this is the procedure for just checking what all records are available in your student DB1 database. Okay, so now we'll go back to the Visual Studio Code for writing the Java application. So just open that, and now here I have already a folder called Java VS1, and in that I have so many subfolders. So I'll take the last one, just select that and right click, and you have new file. So you can go for new file. Once you click that, it is asking for the file name. So you can type like select records.java. Okay, now here I need to start my application. So first we need to import the JDBC API, that is java.sql package, then class, followed by give the same name as a file name. So I will give this class select records, then public static void main with string arguments. Then here you need to go for the try block. Now in the try block, I need to go for loading of drivers. So here you can go for class dot for name. Now I need to go for loading the MySQL driver. So you can write com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. Now here driver is a predefined class available in JDBC subpackage. JDBC subpackage for CJ. CJ is a subpackage for MySQL. MySQL is a subpackage for com. Now this is the hierarchy, and driver is one of the class. So we are trying to find the particular class, and we are going to activate the particular class to our application what we are writing. So in order to work with this, we need to have MySQL connector.jar, that is a driver where the drivers are available. So you can download and set the class path. So I have already clearly mentioned how to set a class path for MySQL driver in my previous videos. Please check that and get clarified. Because you don't set the class path, then obviously you get an error called class not found exception in this particular line. And that is the reason I'm going for try and catch blocks to handle the class not found exception. And this particular string is passed to a method called for name. Now for name is a static method available in a class called class. So don't get confused. Here I'm writing class, here also I'm writing class. So the blue color what you're seeing is a keyword, and this color is nothing but a class. That is a predefined class. You can see capital C. And now this class is available in java.language package. Okay, and since the for name method is a static method and is available under this class, so we need to call it the help of the class name, because you know that the for name static method is cannot be called with the help of the object, so we need to take obviously the help of the class. Now here for the connection establishment, I need to write connection interface con equal to, that is the reference variable, equal to driver manager class dot get connection is a static method again, get connection. So here you need to write like JDBC colon JDBC colon MySQL, which is called as sub protocol, then colon double slash localhost colon 3306, that's the port number for MySQL slash stud1, that is a database what I want to connect. And after this, you need to write one parameter called use SSL, that is secure sockets layer is false. So because I don't have any trusted certificates, I'm writing it as false, secure sockets layer for security aspect. So as of now, I don't have the trust certificate, so I'm writing it as false. Then after that, you need to write the user ID for database, that is root by default for MySQL, and the password what you have given at the time of installation. So I'm giving the password of the database what I given at the time of installation. Now here JDBC colon MySQL is a sub protocol. And the local host is nothing but, why I'm writing local host is nothing but MySQL database is also available in my local system, and the application has also been in the same system. Okay, so if my MySQL database is available in my local system, I can access it by calling it a local host. Okay, then 3306 is the port number for MySQL, and stud1 is the database name what I want to connect in MySQL. Then use SSL, that is a secret sockets layer. I don't have any trusted certificates, I make it as false. Then the username is root and password is so and so, because I given that password at the time of installation. Then you need to create a statement, reference variable. Statement is an interface, st is the reference variable of that, equal to con, that is the previous step, con dot create statement method. Now create statement is a method from connection interface. Okay, then statement is an interface. Now why do we create this statement interface is nothing but I want to work with some SQL queries. Okay, so if you want to work with SQL queries, I need to call a method called execute update or execute query. But as of our program is to select the record from the MySQL table, so I need to go for one more interface called result set. rs equal to st dot, I need to call one method called execute query, and inside this I need to pass like select star from student db1, student db1. Now this is the okay. So what all data you have been holding, like in this you have these records, right? 6 records, all 6 records will be stored inside the result set. Now result set is a temporary memory, okay, where all the 6 records will be stored, and one by one I need to retrieve. So on the result set also I have made some video, so you can just go through that and understand clearly. Okay, so now if you can see this database, 2 columns are there, and by default the pointer is here, result set pointer is here. I need to move the pointer to this next record, then again it's next record. So every record I have 2 columns, one is integer column, one is varchar column. Okay, so once you move the pointer from here to the first record, I need to extract this value and the second value. Similarly, again next method, I go for the next record, this and this. So in order to move the pointer from the current record to the next record, I have the next method. Okay, so every time you are moving the result set pointer and you see that value is existing, then it returns true value. Whenever the value is true, that means whenever the return value is true, then the values are available. If you are getting false, then you are coming out of the loop. So if suppose you take the last one, from this again I'm calling next method, no, you'll get here somewhere, but there is no data. So the next method is going to return false value and you come out of the loop. So here I take a loop. Here I'll take a loop while everything is stored in rs now. So I'm going to apply next method. Then here I'll take something like integer, right? So integer r, equal to rs dot result set dot. So roll number is an integer, right? So I need to write get method with int, get int of column number 1. Then I take string, then student name, right? So I'm taking n rs dot. I need to apply get string now because the varchar type no second column. Then give the column number 2. Then you print that system.out.println. I want to print like roll number colon. Then I put r as a value, okay, because I want to get the exact value. Then student name, I'll write the computing student name. I'll write n here, n. Okay, so let's suppose for the first record you're taking column number 1, I store this value in r. Then the same record column number 2, because column number 1 is a roll number, I put integer. Column number 2 is a student name, that is a varchar, so I put a get string in Java. So get string of get int of 1, what is 1 represents column number 1, then second one is column number 2. Okay, once you get the values, you're trying to print the values here, right? So similarly, every record is going to be iterated, and every, if you can say this one, first record get int of 1, get string of 2, then next method again get int of 1, get string of 2, again next method. So like that it goes on till the end. Once it reaches here, then the next method returns false value and you come out of the loop. Okay, so now after this I will close rs, that is result set I need to close. Then st.close, then con.close. So in the reverse fashion, you need to close all the connections, statements, and result sets. Okay. So temporary, the result set is nothing but a temporary memory where you can store all the records, and one by one you are going to retrieve. Okay. Now after the try block, go for the catch block and write exception, superclass for all exceptions. Then you write e dot print stack trace, print stack trace, so that it gives the complete error information line by line. Okay, then you close the main method and then you close the class. Now this is the way how you are going to develop your application for selecting the records from MySQL. So just save this program, and here you have a run option. Just click that and we'll see whether we can extract the records or not, or any error is existing. Now here can you see the output? Roll number 101 with XYZ, student name 103, 104, 105, 107, 108. So total 6 records, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 records are there. Now we'll cross verify whether we got the same records from the database or not. So I'll just show you the comparison. So you can see here 101 XYZ, 101 XYZ, 103 AB, 103 AB, 104 HJQ, 104 105 AB, 107 triple C, and 108 GH. Okay, so whatever is there in the actual table student DB1, I have extracted that and I have printed here. So in this way, you are going for selecting the record from the database table and printing. Okay, so I hope I have given the inputs on how to select the records from MySQL database table using JDBC API and the Visual Studio Code environment. So if you like this video, do comment, subscribe, and share it to your friends. Thank you.